Could someone who gets sick tonight turn around and sue the Trump campaign? Joining me now to discuss is trial attorney Shanin Specter. He teaches at the law schools of Hastings, Stanford, Berkeley, and Penn. Full disclosure, I'm affiliated with his law firm of Klein & Specter. He just published this piece at CNN.com. Coronavirus waivers and immunity bills are a big mistake. Shanin, I'm going to put up on the screen the waiver that attendees in Tulsa have been asked to acknowledge. I'll read it aloud, and then I'll ask you for your assessment. By clicking register below, you are acknowledging that an inherent risk of exposure to COVID-19 exists in any public space where people are present. By attending the rally, you and any guests voluntarily assume all risks related to exposure to COVID-19 and agree not to hold Donald J. Trump for President, Inc., et cetera, or any of their affiliates responsible, liable for any illness or injury. Your reaction is what?
Mike, that waiver is almost certainly not enforceable. A court would find it to be against the public interest, against public policy, and not enforce it. Mr. Murtaugh says to you these things are standard. This might be the first political rally in American history where anyone was asked to sign a waiver of liability before going in. So I think that it's pretty clear this waiver is not going to be enforceable. Mr. Murtaugh said to you just a moment ago that the Trump supporters would run through a brick wall for him. What he really means is that they will run through a coronavirus wall for him. And that's what's going to happen today in Tulsa. There will be people in that auditorium who will have coronavirus, who will not test positively on the temperature check because some people will not be symptomatic even though they have the virus. They will be in the arena. They will spread the coronavirus. Folks who have signed these waivers will get coronavirus. They probably have very weak lawsuits, frankly, because a jury will not be sympathetic to their claims since they do know they are assuming some risk of getting the virus. But they will go home and they will spread coronavirus to mom and to dad and to their siblings and to their spouses and to their kids and to others in their workplace and in restaurants. And this is a very poor idea.
So what is a business? Take this out of the political realm. What is a business to do? AMC flip-flopped yesterday, initially saying that they would not require masks and then saying that they would require masks. What is a business to do in this environment? Yeah,
Mike, you're right. AMC flopped yesterday, and so did rival theaters as well. They originally said we're going to supply masks but not require them, and then they decided to require the masks, and that was very smart. What a business should do is very simple. Just follow the rules. Follow the CDC guidelines, follow your state and local recommendations and laws. And if you do that, you will not be successfully sued. You're only required in America to act reasonably. You aren't required to act perfectly. And it is reasonable to simply follow the rules. And if you do that, there won't be a successful suit. What a business should do, instead of saying, sign a waiver, a business should say, we care about you. We care about your health and your safety. We strive to make our workplace safe, our restaurant safe, our business safe. If you see something you think is not safe, please tell us. Please tell a manager. That's a positive message. That's what people want to hear. People want to hear that where they're going cares about their health and safety. What the president is saying today, regrettably, is I care more about my political future than I care about your health and safety. He'd be much better off for the country and himself if he said, please wear a mask.
Okay, wait, a quick final response from you to bring this full circle. I can hear the Trump campaign saying, well, wait a minute, Mr. Specter, we are following the rules. There's not a requirement in Tulsa that everyone wear a mask. If there were, then we'd follow that rule.
That's not correct. There is still a common law requirement of reasonable care. It is unreasonable to not require, 19,000 people, the largest crowd to assemble inside in America in over 3 months. It's unreasonable to not require those folks to wear a mask.
Shanin, thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Thanks, Mike.